The following is a production of the Department of Broadcasting at Western Illinois University.
We've learned more details about a weekend shooting. We'll tell you where it happened and what police are telling us so far. Plus, pain at the pump no more. If you haven't noticed already, the prices have been going down. Where you can find the cheapest gas, ahead. And this evening is the last presidential debate before the big election. We'll tell you what issues the candidates will be addressing coming up.
Live at 4 begins now with Victoria Hansen, Jessica Adduci, plus your local weather with Bobby Stokel and sports with Nico Heflinger. This is your WIU TV3 newscast.
Good afternoon and welcome to Live at 4. I'm Jessica Adduci.
And I'm Victoria Hansen. Our top story comes out of Macomb, where a man is recovering after being shot on the 500 block of Murray Street over the weekend.
Our News 3 crew snapped this picture of the scene. Police say they responded to the home after being called out about a fight early Sunday morning. Officers say they found a 20-year-old man shot in the hip. He was taken to McDonough District Hospital and later released. The victim and another witness at the home said a man in a hooded sweatshirt with a bandana covering his face came through the back door and shot the victim. The shooter then fled the home. Macomb police say they are still investigating the shooting and an earlier incident at that home Saturday evening. While investigating the incident, investigators learned that a fight involving the victim occurred at the residence earlier in the evening. Robert D. Anderson, 21, was arrested on charges of mob action and disorderly conduct. Brandon Terry, 22, was also arrested on charges of mob action and disorderly conduct. Jorge Vargas, 22, was arrested on obstructing justice, and the three apprehended are not Western Illinois students. Anyone with information regarding this incident is asked to contact the Macomb Police Department or submit tips anonymously to crimes by texting their message to 274-637.
And early Friday morning, what began as a traffic stop on Highway 67 escalated into much more. The McDonough County Sheriff's Office says its canine unit conducted a traffic stop based on improper lane usage. The investigation led to Kenzo, the Sheriff's Office canine, indicating the presence of drugs within the car. Deputies say they seized 5.1 grams of heroin from Tapscott's mouth and pants. Tapscott and Carr both have been charged with the possession of a controlled substance with the intent to deliver and possession of a controlled substance. Tapscott was also charged with attempted obstructing justice. And Thursday marked the 23rd annual Take Back the Night rally, and a Macomb resident showed me how she contributed. Several hundred people came to the 23rd annual rally, Take Back the Night, last Thursday. The rally was moved to indoors because of the weather, but the message remained the same. Speak up, speak out, and speak now. The event is hosted to end power-based interpersonal violence, and Robin Hyman, a Macomb resident, crafts walking sticks for the event.
It takes about 2 hours. First I have to find them. I usually go to the river and use riverwood because the bark's already off. And then sanding them and painting them and then writing on them and protecting them after that. About 2 hours total. I've been making walking sticks for about 8 years, but for this event, this will be my second year. Events like this are important because it lets students and community members know that there's a place for them to turn to, so they don't have to suffer in silence. There's way too many victims of sexual assault and domestic violence that don't know that we have resources. We have a 24-hour hotline. The university has a counseling center, and the resources are free to everyone and available. And so that's why events like this are important.
Well, it's always great to see people support the cause.
It's that time of year to get your resumes and dress clothes out and ready to impress your future employers. Western Illinois University will host its annual career fair Tuesday, October 13th in the University Grand Ballroom from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. This is for everyone who is looking for employment and internship opportunities. This event is free to WIU students, alumni, as well as the public. There will be more than 65 companies recruiting for both full-time employment and for internships. Students from all majors are more than welcome to attend. In Phi Alpha Delta, the pre-law organization on campus is organizing a pie smash called Pie Your Professor. to help pay for their trip to the Phi Alpha Delta Pre-Law National Conference in Washington, D.C. in November. When people think October, they usually think Halloween or the changing of the leaves. Live at 4's Savannah Evans gives us another thing to think about during the month of October.
There are millions of animals in shelters all across the nation. That's why it's important we acknowledge that October is National Adopt a Shelter Dog Month. The ASPCA encourages people to give the loving animals at your local animal shelter a chance rather than going to a breeder or puppy mill. McDonough County Animal Shelter's Assistant Animal Control Officer, Laura Taylor, couldn't agree more.
There are numerous success stories where the best pet a family has ever owned came from a shelter, and these animals don't always come from the best circumstances. So we just need someone to provide them with love and understanding.
Many dogs at shelters are already housebroken or trained. Unfortunately, many people assume if an animal is in a shelter, there is something wrong with it. This is simply not true. Many of these animals are in shelters because their owners were neglectful, couldn't take care of them, maybe moved away, or were even abusive. Keep in mind that these animals are terrified to be in this new environment, so don't be alarmed if they're a bit noisy.
Though it's National Adopt a Shelter Dog Month, that doesn't mean that the kitties don't need a home too.
Cats do have a month dedicated to them as well. June is National Adopt a Shelter Cat Month, but that doesn't mean you have to wait until then. According to the ASPCA, 5 to 7